Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we have something from the ULTRAKILL soundtrack, something that probably nobody watching this expected me to get to. But here we are, Pobat threw it into the queue, and it is the Patreon producer rule of thumb that I must get to it eventually. And here we are. So this is either by somebody named KEYGEN Church or by a group named KEYGEN Church. I could see that working either way depending on if it's an individual or a group. But the song specifically translates to like blood red darkness, so I assume this is going to be like a very heavy metal song, especially since it's from ULTRAKILL. I never experienced ULTRAKILL before, but I get the feeling by the name what to expect, and I'm here for it. So time to pull out my extremely aggressive metal roots and let's see what happens, shall we? Let's go. Turn that up a little bit. That was a pretty quiet beginning. All right. We got the epic organ here for it. Ooh. 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 That's a good double bass pattern, actually. It actually has some like variance in there instead of just sitting on the double the whole way through. Woo! We building up. Good dissonance. Some of those notes are straight out of Phantom of the Opera. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, my goodness. I'm headbanging too hard. Oh, that was a really good section. Now we got that double pedal just going to town. I've already got the organ part down. Oh, and I lied to myself. We had a key change. Woo! That was a really, really interesting scale there. All of that dirt. I have to keep supporting myself or I'm gonna like run into my microphone by headbanging too hard. I've gotta stop myself. All right. It's ending out. Maybe not. Oh! Oh, that's filthy. Somebody call the OG Doom, because they've been surpassed. Whew. I really like the variance on the double pedal in this song. And a dissonant chord to end it too. Dude, what a track, man. So just alone on the drum part for this one, I'm so used to hearing a lot of metal songs and playing a lot of metal songs that have just kind of the same bass pedal all the way through. There's not really too much variance. If there is like some sections, it's just like you go back and forth between just kind of straight 8 and then just straight 4. And there's not a lot of flavor. It reminded me a little bit more of like Kevin Sherwood's work on the Call of Duty franchise. A lot of the stuff that came out of the zombies mode from that. I know I made the pass at Doom in here, but even relating with the double pedal thing being a little bit more simplified, in a lot of Mick Gordon's work for the 2016 version of the game, it was a little bit more simplified. There were some spots in there where it definitely had more going on, but it was much more on the hands than it was the feet. And if there was a bunch of double pedal, it was usually just straightforward as fast as they could manage. And when you actually have a song that's able to have these foot patterns in here that actually make you think and make you practice them a little bit, it's kind of nice. I actually really do like that. I also love that they were like writing the organ kind of properly, actually, because there's a specific characteristic here that they were utilizing where they kept using the root, the tonic note, the very bottom, the bass that you kept hearing like when it's going doo on everything throughout, all the solos and everything. You had that one constant note that it would keep switching back to. And I believe, and I'm not an organist here, so if somebody knows, please correct me here if I'm wrong, but I believe that's because you can play the organ in part on the feet, and that's where like the root notes usually are placed, and then you have your multiple keyboards often. Sometimes you just have one, but it depends. Especially on a pipe organ, you usually have a lot more options, but I digress. And on that footnote, you would literally be sitting there on that one note, and as you lift your fingers off of the keys where your hands are, it will reroute that note because your foot is still down. And I think that that's that switch that we're hearing. And that's something that is so characteristic of a proper organ play that if you're like programming an organ, somebody who doesn't know the organ that well might forget to add or just not know about, and it wouldn't actually play through properly. It doesn't sound like a real organ. This sounded like a real organ. I don't know if it was a real organ. I feel like it could have just been MIDI, but the fact that it was written as an organ piece would be pushes it into that category of it feels real. It's similar to having vibrato on strings. If you're programming it through a soundboard on a VST or something and you don't have vibrato properly set on there, it doesn't sound good. Same thing even with drums. You have to like have that variability in the way you hit in order to make it feel real. There's a lot of dynamics that get lost with MIDI style stuff, and this is one of them. So that was insane work, being able to focus on that and allow it to actually be in the piece instead of just forgetting about it, omitting it. This could have been a real organ player for all I know, because it sounds that solid. However, with how fast and how skilled you'd have to be to get through some of these passages, I'm feeling like that's not the case, because I would love to see like little Granny Gretchen at an organ in some church somewhere being handed this piece and her just going, ah, yes, try me. It'd be the funniest thing. But maybe I don't know. And then the electric guitar in here, that like really crushed electric guitar. It was really pressed inward. I'm not sure if there was a specific style they were going for there, if they were going for like this kind of bit crushed effect to make everything feel a little bit more aged and worn, and they just put a bunch of filters onto it. But that's what it sounded like. I can almost guarantee there's filters on it, but I'm just not sure the effect they're going for here. But I love it because it sounds original. It doesn't sound like just another guitar part tossed in here. They made it fit the rest of the music's aesthetic, and that's really, really cool. In a general aesthetic that I don't honestly believe I've heard before. Those organ solos alone could have me going for days just talking about how cool those were. But again, I'm not an organist. I don't know how to play or how that really works. So I feel like that topic would be kind of lost on me if I were to try. But overall, just an insane song. I'm gonna probably end up having to listen to more of ULTRAKILL soundtrack if they all sound like this, because Jesus, that is some sick fucking music. But I think that's about all I gotta say in general, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you want me to get to more songs from ULTRAKILL, let me know down below what they should be, and I will do my best to get to them. And otherwise, if you like this video and you want to see more of me yapping about music in the future, and you want to follow me and support me, you know how to do all that, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!